just wiggling around in your seat, taking some time to connect with the floor. Even bring your hands down, your fingertips down to the floor, and just feel yourself connecting, grounding down, rooting down, and sitting tall through your spine. Just imagine, a nice straight line going from your tailbone all the way up to the top of your head. Let your shoulders relax down at your side. And let's begin with 3 rounds of breath, breathing in through the nose, filling up. Exhaling out through the mouth, release. Inhale. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. Beautiful. And now let that pattern of inhale and exhale continue. I'm going to read from one of my soul flower cards. It's from this deck that I have. I've read to you from it before. And today's flower is periwinkle. And if you're out in the gardens, you're noticing those beautiful periwinkle blue flowers are popping up all over the place. They have green leaves. It's like a ground cover, and their flowers are little 5-pointed blue flowers. And so the word that's connected with periwinkle is intertwining. All is well. All is as it should be. Periwinkle is here, helping you to weave together all the lessons and experiences of the past and all the wisdom gained, so that you move forward with understanding, compassion, and forgiveness. Growth is assured as you find the courage to examine and explore new facets of yourself. And then there's a little affirmation that goes along with it, and it says, I honor my past and will weave my future, but right now I'm exactly where I am meant to be. Right here in this present moment, I am here with you. So just letting that sort of settle into your heart for a minute. You're right where you should be. Sometimes it doesn't feel that way, but here we are, right in this present moment. Let's take another deep breath in. On the exhale, drop your chin down towards your chest. Just fold your head forward, let your shoulders drop, holding it here for a minute, opening up the back of the neck. And then we're going to slowly draw a line with your chin all the way up to the ceiling, lifting and looking up. And then exhale, release, and come back down. Inhale, lift, looking up. Exhale, release, and come back down. One more time. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale and exhale back to neutral position. Let's turn our head over to the right and just hold it here for a minute. Just a different stretch through the side neck. Breathing, relax your shoulders, and then bring it back to center. And now let's take it over the other way. Just holding it there, looking around the corner, feeling that nice long stretch through your neck, and then release and come back to center again. Just pull back a little here. So have your arms out to your side. We're going to bring them up overhead, fingertips touch. And then I want you to bring your right hand forward and your left hand back, and just let your fingertips touch the floor and feel your belly really turning towards the left. You're looking back over your shoulder, around, eyes are turned, shoulder is pulled back, belly is turned. Just breathing here for 3. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, Exhale, release. Bring it back to center, arms up overhead, fingertips touch. And now we're going to twist the other way. Left hand forward, right hand back. Twisting, turning, breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Bring it back to center. And now bring your knees in towards you and just tuck yourself into a nice curled up ball. And we're going to wrap hands around those knees, grabbing hold of opposite elbows, just tucking into a nice little nest here. And then let your head drop down towards your knees, curling the back behind you. Breathing, inhale 1, exhale, inhale 2, exhale, inhale 3, exhale, release. Let those arms go, straighten out your legs, bring your hands down onto your knees, straighten your back, straighten your arm, and then we're going to pull our belly in. We're going to round the shoulders, bring that belly way, way in towards your spine, sucking it in, and then on the inhale, straighten the spine, lift the chin, look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. We're just going to speed this up a little, just getting that spine moving back and forth, waking things up. Breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. One more time. Take it back and then lift it back up into seated position. Arms out to the side. Bring your hands, your fingertips onto your shoulders. Your elbows are up at shoulder level. And we're just going to twist here, back and forth. And once you get moving, I want, when you do the twist, you're going to let out a little puff of air. And then begin to slow it down, just letting yourself naturally come back to center, just building up a little bit of heat in our bodies, getting the breath moving, and then do straighten out those arms, do some little circles in one direction, and just try to speed it up, get those circles nice and quick, and then reverse, other way, and then make it a little faster, circling it around. And exhale, release, let those arms go down, and let's go hop on over to the mat, coming into a tabletop position to start with. I'm just going to move this down a little. Oh, and I didn't mention, but we are going to be using a block and a strap today. If you don't have those handy, you can grab like a thick book or something like that that you have handy that is just sort of about this size. And for a tie, I'm actually using a man's tie. You can also use like a kitchen towel, works well, or a little bath towel, something that's not too big. And we won't need those quite yet. So if you want to go grab those, I'll just get started here with some more cat-cows. So you're going to have your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, and round the back up, and then exhale, release, lift and look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, release. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Round it up and down. Round it up and down. Round it up and down. Good. Open up your knees wide, about as wide as your mat, and sit back towards your heels, and let your hips drop and reach those hands out forward in front. Let your forehead drop down towards the mat. Take some breaths here. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Slide it back up. And now we're just going to take a twist. So keep your lower body where it is and reach those arms over to the right and just let your fingertips walk out as far as they can and your upper body rests across the top of your right leg. Let your head release and breathe. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Bring it back up. Come back to center. And now take it over to the other side. Walk those hands out and let your head drop. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Bring it back up to center. Walk those hands back out, coming back into tabletop position. You're going to curl your toes under, press and lift. Bring it all the way up to downward facing dog, and then just start pedaling your feet out, back and forth. We're just walking our downward dog here, just getting our hips moving, our legs, calves, quads, all the things lower body. And then drop your heels down and then lift them both at the same time. Come up to your toes, drop them down, lift them up, drop them down, lift them up, and then drop them down. Now walk your hands towards your feet and come into a standing forward fold position. We're just going to walk our hands around to the right and then bring it back to center and take it over to the left. You can have a little bend in your knees as you're doing this. Twist it to the right and take it to the left. One more time, over to the right. And last time, over to the left. And then slowly back to center. Draw a line up your legs, coming up lower back, middle back, shoulders, and head coming up last. Let me get this on here. Now you can see all of me. Come up to the top of your mat, standing in Tadasana, and you want your feet to be about hip distance apart. And let's just do some circles with our arms. Just bring them up, back, around, and down. Up, back, around, and down. Up, back, around, and down. And then just shaking them out. Shake out your legs. And then let's go down to the feet, focusing on your feet here for a minute. You don't have to look down, but just feel what's going on down there. And we're going to roll from our heels to toes, back and forth a little bit. And then letting your heels settle in, let your toes settle in, bring your hands together at your heart center. Close your eyes and just take a moment here to create your intention, your sankalpa for today. It can be a word or a phrase that motivates you. Just take a moment and see what comes to mind. And then slowly let your eyes open. Exhale, hands go down. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, take them back. Inhale, lift. Spread the arms wide, hinge from the hips, fold it down to the toes, and then slide your hands up to just below your knees. Lift and look up. Exhale, release and fold. Spread the arms flat back all the way up and over, and then slide those hands back down to your heart. Exhale down, inhale up, exhale back, inhale lift, exhale fold, hands to shins lift, exhale release, inhale all the way, and exhale, hands come to heart. One more time, exhale down, inhale up, exhale back, inhale lift, exhale fold, hands to shins lift, exhale release. Bring your hands to the floor. Let's bring the right leg back And left leg back. Coming into plank position here. You're on your toes, you're on your hands. If this is too much, knees are down. And we're just going to hold it here for 3. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Drop your knees, bend your elbows, bring it all the way down, and then pressing into cobra, lift it up. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, down. One more time, bring it up. We're going to hold it here. Look over your right shoulder, come back to center. Look over the left, back to center, and release. Curl your toes under, bring it up to table position. And then with toes curled under, lift all the way up to downward facing dog. Looking towards your hands, let's bring the left foot forward and plant the back foot. And then slowly come up to standing. So just taking your time here, you want to have your left toes facing forward. And if your right hip is back, you want to line it up so that it's going straight forward towards the top of your mat. And then that back foot is planted, and then up and down a couple times to find your lunge. Settle into that spot. And then let's raise the arms up overhead, coming into warrior 1 pose, breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Arms down, shoulder height. Left arm forward, right arm back, warrior 2. Breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Back arm down, front arm up, exalted warrior. Breathing. Now windmill those hands all the way back down to that front foot. Come into your lunge and let that left foot come back. Drop knees, exhale down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Push and lift. Let yourself find your way back to downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Now look towards your hands. Bring your right foot forward, planting the back foot and coming up on the other side. Take a minute here to get the hips facing forward, front toes forward, and then dropping down into your lunge. Once you're settled there, the arms rise up. They can be shoulder distance apart, or you can have your palms together. You can have your eyes looking straight ahead, or if you want to turn and look up and breathe. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Arms down, shoulder height. Right arm forward, left arm back. Breathing. Back arm down, front arm up. Exalted warrior, and breathe for 3. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Windmill those hands. Bring it all the way back to the front foot. Take your right foot back. Drop your knees. Exhale down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Push and lift. Coming up to downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. And then slowly walk your hands towards your feet. Slowly roll it up to standing, lower back, middle back, shoulders, and head coming up last. And now just shake out your hands, shake out your feet, and go ahead and grab your tie or towel, whatever one you choose. And you're going to have your feet at a wide stance. You want to have your tie about shoulder distance apart with your hands. I like to just do a little loop so I have a little bit something to grab onto. And then eyes stay on this front part of the tie. We're going to follow with our eyes, lifting it up, taking it way, 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 way back. And then exhale, release, hinging from your hips. Take it down, still following the tie with your eyes. Bring it in between your legs all the way in. And then we're going to repeat that a few more times. Bring it up. Take it way back. Exhale, release, and drop it back down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, down. Inhale, lift. This time you're going to hold it overhead. And now just with the upper body, twist to the right. And then exhale, drop it down. You're going to tap the tie on the outside of your leg. And then bring it back up. Come back to center. Take it over to the left. And then exhale, down. Inhale, up. Back to center. Over to the right. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Center, left. Exhale, down. Bring it back up. Back to center. One more round. Take it to the right. And lower. Inhale, lift. Back to center. Over to the other side. And take it down. Inhale up, bring it back to center, hold it at center, and now we're going to drop it down, reach it through the legs, and then lift back up. Two more. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, take it down. And inhale, lift back up. Good, and then release, take it back down, just shake everything out a little bit. And we're going to just do a little bit of hip mobility here. You may want to have yourself like buy a couch, buy a chair to hold on to, or if you want to try this as a balance pose, you can do that too. But you're going to get your feet grounded down into the floor. Find a spot that you can focus your eyes on. Not necessarily me on the screen, but something that's not moving straight ahead in front of you. And then you're going to shift weight over onto your left foot and try just bending your right knee. Take the tie around that knee and just tuck it in. And again, if you need to hold on, you can just hold the tie with one hand and get yourself centered with the other. Breathing. Inhale, one. Exhale. Inhale, two, exhale, inhale, three, exhale, release. Let that foot come back down. Just walk it out a couple times. And then let's take it over to the other side. So weight's going to go on the right foot this time. Find your focal point. Bend that left knee, wrap the tie around, and then just hug it in towards your belly. You want to flex your foot, spread your toes. Breathing, inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good job. All right, drop that foot down. And now coming to the tie going underneath your foot. And then you're just going to hold on to the tie with one hand and bring your other hand. So I have the tie on my right foot, right hand is holding it. And my left hand is on my hip. I'm shifting my weight over to my left foot, letting the weight be there. Find your focal point and then see if you can lift that leg straight up in front of you. Foot is flexed. Breathing. Inhale, one. Exhale. Inhale, two. Exhale. Inhale, three. Exhale, release. Bring it back down. Let's switch it over to the other side, putting that tie around the left foot, holding on with your left hand, right hand on your hip, looking forward, find your focal point, weight on the right leg, and now lift that left leg up, forward in front. Foot is flexed, spread out your toes, breathing, inhale, exhale, Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Drop that foot down. And let's switch it back over to the right foot. Tie on the right foot this time. And now for this one, you may want to have something to hold on to. We're going to take the leg up and then out to the right. Okay, so get into a spot, find your focal point. Tie is wrapped around your right foot. Right hand is holding the tie. And now we're going to lift that leg up and then take it out to the side. Now, you may not need support with your left hand, but if you want to, that's always available to you. This is your practice. We modify with what works for us. Breathing, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Bring it back to center and drop it back down. All right, last side. Bring it over to your left side. Get steady on your feet. Weight is on the right foot. Lift that left foot up. And bring it out to the side. Breathing. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale. Release. Bring it back to center. Release it back down. You can take that tie off and just set it off to the side for a minute. Just walk out your feet. Doing some big circles with the arms in one direction and then other way. Nice. All right. And now coming into a 5-pointed star, have your feet wide, and we're going to bring our hands out to the side. Turn your palms up and then back down. Turn palms up and down, up and down. Now sweep your hands back behind you, interlace your fingers, draw your shoulder blades together, and just slowly lift your chin up towards the ceiling, looking up. And on the exhale, we're going to hinge from our hips and lead with your heart. Let your head go down and let your hands go up. So you're squeezing your shoulder blades together and you're just letting your head come down as far as it will and letting your arms go up as far as they would like to. And we'll breathe here for 3. Inhale 1, exhale, inhale 2, exhale, inhale 3, exhale, release. Slowly bring it back up. Taking your time, release your hands and just swish the arms back and forth, softening the shoulders, breathing. Okay, back to stillness, arms back out again. And now let's turn the left foot out and bring the right foot in. Looking over at your left fingertips, we're going to move just the upper body. So you're sort of hinging at the waist here. Play around with this. See how this feels, coming back and forth a few times. And then you're going to reach it forward and drop that left hand down. Bring that right hand up, coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Bring it all the way back up. Turn those feet back to center. Bend your elbows, lift your hands up, and then bend the knees, come down into a squat here. And we're going to let our hands and chin drop, and then inhale, lift back up. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, bring it up. Lower down and up. Take it down and up. Down and up. One more time. Down and up. Straighten the arms, straighten the legs, and just swish side to side. Breathing, taking some nice breaths here, letting the prana energy flow through your body. And then come back to stillness, arms out to the side again. Right foot out, left foot in. And we're going to move the upper body back and forth. Taking it back and forth, back and forth. And now this time we're going to reach it out and drop the right hand down, bring the left hand up, and find triangle pose. So your hands are one on top of the other. So you're making a straight line with your arms. Your torso is open. Your legs are straight. And you can either be looking down at your right foot, or you can turn your head into neutral, or maybe you can even look up towards your left hand. Breathe here. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Bring it back up. Bring those feet forward again. Bend at your elbows. And now you're going to bend the knees and come down into a squat as high or as low as feels comfortable for you. Come into the palms. Wrap your fingers around. And now elbows are high, about shoulder height. You're going to squeeze those elbows together and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Keep going. And then straighten those arms, straighten the legs, and just let your arms glide back and forth a few times. Nice work. All right, back to standing. Let's heel toe our feet together. And you're going to grab hold of the tie again. And we'll do a little bit of shoulder work here. So putting the tie around your hands so that you have stuff on both sides here. And you're just going to have your left hand on your hip. You're going to raise that tie up overhead, and then you're going to drop it down behind you. And then the free hand comes around and grabs hold of the tie and slowly walk those hands towards one another. Some of you may be able to get your hands touching. Some of us not so much. And you can wiggle that upper elbow behind your head, gently push back with your head, just giving your shoulders a little stretch here. And now put some bend in your knees. And on the exhale, we're going to hinge it forward slowly, slowly, still holding the tie. Let your head go down and hold it here for 3. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Bring it all the way back up. Unroll, let go of everything. Just take some shoulder rolls in one direction and in the other. All right. One more side to go. So take your tie over. This time it's on your left hand. And I'll turn just so you can see the process here. Bring that arm up, bend at the elbow, and drop it down. And then other hand grabs the tie, and you walk those hands as close together as you can get them. Elbow behind your head, gently press back into that arm. And then inhale, lift, look up. Exhale, hinge, and fold it down. Head goes down. Breathing, still holding on to the tie here. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Roll it back up. Let go of the tie. You can set it off to the side. And let's do some more shoulder rolls here. Opening up those shoulders with the help of a strap. And then reverse other way, roll them forward. Nice work. All right, step your feet together and let's go ahead and get our block onto the mat here. You want to have it about, I don't know, a leg's length away from you here, up on the high position. You want to be facing towards the block. And then we're just going to hinge at our hips, bend down, and place your hands on top of the block. I have my fingers sort of dangling down the side. Bring your feet together so your big toes are right next to one another. And you should be making sort of an L shape with your body here. Shift weight onto your left foot, and then slowly pick up your right foot and just bring it back behind you as if you were setting your foot on a wall. So your foot is flexed. Dial your toes down so they're pointing towards the floor, and just press through your heel. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Drop that foot down. Bring it back next to the other foot. Shift weight over onto your right foot now and pick up the left foot. So again, foot is flexed. It's like you're pressing it into the wall. Toes are down. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Drop that foot back down. Release the block for a minute. Come up to standing. Just let those arms go wide. Bring your eyes up, heart open, stretch, and then let them come back down to your side and fold back down onto the block. Same position that we had before. Now this time you're going to shift weight onto the left foot and pick up that right foot again. And then once you're steady here, once your foot is at a right angle, see if you can just hold on to the block with your left hand. Remove your right hand and bring it to your hip. And once you're here, see if you can bring that right arm up towards the ceiling. And you can stop any way along the way here that you say, yep, that's my edge. That's where I'm going to stop. But if you're here, if you're holding the block and your right arm is up, you might even be able to turn your eyes and look up towards your right hand, coming into half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. Drop your foot, drop your hand, and then slowly bring it up to standing. Take a nice big wide reach up and back with your arms, open heart and eyes up. And then exhale, bring it back down. We just have one more side to go. So again, working at your own pace here, anywhere along the way where you need to stop, that's your place, okay? Back down onto the block, both hands, toes are together, back is long. This time the weight is on the right foot. Pick up your left foot, reach it back behind you, flex the foot, and now see if you can grab the block with just your right hand. Bring your left hand to your left hip. And if you're okay here, pick that left arm up towards the ceiling. And if you're okay here, turn your eyes and try to look up towards your hand. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Drop your hand, drop your foot, and then slowly bring it up. Wide arms, reach it back. Open it up. And then exhale, release, and come back down. Shake out your hands, shake out your feet. And let's come down onto the mat into seated position, into Dandasana. And have your feet extended out in front of you. Have your block handy. We'll use that in a minute. Just wiggle side to side here. And then inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge and fold it forward. So shins, ankles, toes, anywhere along the way here you can get your hands to. And then start dropping your nose down towards your knees. Folding and just gradually letting gravity do its work here. You may find on the inhale, you lift up a little bit. And then on the exhale, see if you can drop down just a little bit further. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Slowly bring it back up. Let's take our left foot in. We're going to cross it over our right leg. So you can have your leg on top of your left leg on top of your right leg, or if that's too much, you can just put the sole of your foot to the inside of your right leg. But we're shifting our orientation over that right leg with the upper body. Lift those arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge, and fold it forward and down. Breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Slowly walk it back up and then uncross that leg. Bring the other leg in, either in a half lotus or foot on the inside of the leg. Arms up. Exhale, hinge, and reach it forward. Just holding it here, breathing. Good, and then bring it back up. Uncross those legs, and then taking the soles of your feet together, you're going to grab hold of the block, have it on the low position, and then you can move it out a bit. You don't have to have it right in, tucked in close to you, and just put your feet up onto that block and just notice how that feels, letting the gravity pulling those knees down behind you. And now if you want to slide in closer to the block, you can. And we're just going to hold this here. You can have your hands on the floor behind you to support and straighten your back. And just breathe here. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Now you can either keep your hands here or try bringing them to your toes. And then we're going to bend the elbows and slowly try to fold down towards our feet. Taking your time, working at your own pace, stopping where you need to, and breathe. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Slowly bring it back up. Lift those feet up and off the block. Remove it out from underneath you and just shake out those legs a little bit. Good job. And now bring the soles of the feet together again without the block. And as you look down, you see kind of a diamond shape with your legs. Hands come into the diamond. Pick your knees up. And now you're going to slide your hands forward and try and get your palms on the tops of your feet. And then slowly we're going to wiggle our upper body down, trying to bring our forehead towards our heels. Tortoise pose. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Slowly bring it back up. Bring those knees together and straighten the legs out. All right, we're going to have ourselves about in the middle of our mat. And we're going to slowly turn your palms up and then slowly bring it down onto the mat and have your block handy. And as you're laying down on the floor, I want you to lift your legs up towards the ceiling. And you're going to take the block and put it in between your legs. I have mine up in between my ankles and my knees. So it's my calves are kind of squishing it together. And just holding the block here, flex your feet, get your hands down onto the floor, palms facing down for support. And now I want you to try just dropping the block about halfway and then slowly bringing it back up. Take it down nice and slow about halfway and then bring it back up. Now we're really paying attention to our core here, nice strong core. Take it down about halfway and bring it back up. Now this time, let's try and take it down a little further. See if you can tap your heels on the floor and then slowly bring it back up. Take it down. It's about a count of 3. Tap the heels and then slowly bring it back up. Think about nice strong core here. Drop it down, tap, and bring it back up. Let's do 3 more. Drop it down and tap and bring it back up. Take it down and tap and bring it back up. Last one. Take it down and tap and bring it back up. And then remove the block out from your legs. Bend your knees, bring your feet to the floor. Have your feet about as wide as the mat. And we're just going to swish our knees side to side. Just releasing any tightness in your lower back. Take some breaths. Nice and easy. Good. Now get your block again, and you're going to, with your knees bent, I'm going to have mine on the medium position. So you have options here. When the block is on the floor, you can have it down low, you can have it on the medium position, or you can bring it all the way up to high. If you don't have a block, you can just follow along without using it. You can have your hips lifted, but we're going to let the block support us today. I'm going to put mine on medium position, and then I'm going to slowly lift my hips up off the ground, and I'm going to slide that block underneath me so that it's right about at waistband level. And then drop it down and just let your hips settle into the block. You may have to adjust where it is. Wrap your hands around the block, interlace your fingers, and lift your shoulders up and squeeze them together so that they're sort of close by one another. So your hips are on the block, your shoulders are squeezing together, your hands are wrapped around the block. And now we're going to lift up one leg towards the ceiling, and then we're going to lift up the other for a supported shoulder stand. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Bring the soles of your feet together and just try dropping your heels down towards your tailbone, coming into a little Baddha Konasana type of position here. And then straighten those legs back up. Let's flex the feet, spread the toes, and now bring your feet out into a wide V shape and just holding it here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. And then bring those heels back together and hold it here. Deep breath in and release. And now let your left foot stay high, and you're slowly going to drop your right heel down, tap it on the floor, and then inhale, lift, bring it back up. Now left foot drops nice and slow. Tap the heel and then bring it back up. Let's do a couple more. Right foot down, tap and up. Left foot down, tap and up. Right foot down, tap and up. Left foot down, tap and up. One more time. Right foot down, tap and lift. Left foot down, tap and lift. And now bend both knees, tap both feet onto the floor and let them land. And now you're going to have your knees bent. You're going to have your feet about hip distance apart and press into your feet to lift up so that you come up off the block. And then we're going to slide that block out from underneath us. And we're just going to hold bridge pose here for 3 breaths. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Let your hands go. Unwind your shoulders, upper back, middle back, hips come down to the ground. And now bend your knees and hold on to your knees, one hand on one knee, one on the other. Knees are separated, and we're going to do some big circles. Just circling around. And this should feel really good on your lower back, just rolling it around in one direction. And then take it the other way. All right, bring those knees in. Take your hands and just really hug those knees in. Pick your head up off the ground. Curl yourself up into a tight, tight, tight ball. Keep pulling in, rounding it, and then exhale, drop your head down. Keep the knees still in. We're going to spread our arms out wide in a T shape. And now you're going to pick up your hips and take those knees over to the right so they're both together. Coming into a laying spinal twist, turn and look towards your left hand. We'll breathe here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Bring it back to center. Take a minute to readjust. If anything got moved around a little, arms are still wide here, knees are together and tucked. And now both knees over to the left and turn and look right. Breathing. Good, and then bring it back to center. And now we're going to straighten out our legs, straighten out our arms, coming into a laying comfortable position. Just take a minute here to wiggle your hips, shake out your shoulders, get your hands down on the ground next to your hips. Turn the palms so they're facing up in a receiving mode. And you can just let your feet gently splay out to the side. And just think about, is there a way that you could make yourself 5% more comfortable? What little movement could you do to just get completely cozy and comfortable? And go ahead and do that. And then let's take one last full deep breath in. Exhale, release. Let your eyes softly close. And now just let your focus remain on the breath, watching the inhale and watching the exhale. I honor my past and will weave my future. But right now, I am exactly where I am meant to be. On your next inhale, take a deeper breath in. Exhale, release. Begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Starting to feel your body moving again. You can roll over onto your side. Just curled up. Take a couple breaths there. And then finally, bringing yourself back up to seat, facing in this direction. Let's bring our hands together at our heart, just taking a moment to acknowledge our practice today, remembering the intention that you set for yourself when we were beginning, thinking about how you will take that out into your day. And my wish for you today is health in your body, peace in your mind, and love in your heart. Namaste.